What's up, guys? Hello, day 24, sabbatical 250 here today. And as you guys know, who follow me regularly, I'm on a 100-day journey seeking to change body composition, change mindset, and really just to see what will happen when I do a series of biohacking type things that I do on a daily basis. And that includes at least one 60-minute walk. Yesterday, I got in 2 walks, you guys. So if you missed my afternoon walk yesterday, I actually was very frustrated yesterday. Go watch my second video from yesterday during my second 60-minute walk, and you will see what that was all about. But yeah, so series of biohacks that I'm doing. So I've done a bunch of them already this morning. I've done the vibration plate. I've done the meditation. I've done the red light therapy. I'm now on my 60-minute walk. I have the infrared sauna ready to go when I get back home. And then the only things left are the ice bath, which I will do later in the day. The grounding and sunshine is another thing that I need to get done. I feel like I'm missing something besides the eating patterns. I'm in a fasted state now, right at about 22 hours fasted right this moment. I've been trying to do a 24-hour fast at least, and so I feel like I'm missing something, but I think I got them all in. But that's what I'm doing for a period of 100 days, started on September 1st, going all the way to December the 10th. I'm inviting you guys to join me. On my day 51 will be your day 1 to do your own challenge. Don't do what I'm doing. Come up with your own things that will challenge you. But one thing I've been doing on these morning walks is talking to you about some topic. Feel free to chime in, by the way, if you have any comments or questions or anything. I'm very happy to engage with you here in just a minute. But I always bring up a topic that's related to this journey. And yesterday taught me a lot, you guys, because if you missed yesterday, I ended up going to, after my walk in the morning, I did my walk, went back and did the infrared sauna, and then I took a shower and decided that I needed to go to the emergency clinic. So I did, because I have my left calf has a pretty big bruise on it that came out of nowhere. I don't remember having any kind of injury that caused it. It just popped up. And I posted it on my stories, and several people are like, go get that checked out in the medical field that follow me. And so I did. It took 2.5 hours of my morning. In fact, I was late to another appointment that I had because I didn't expect to be there for 2.5 hours. But 2.5 hours. And then they had to order a test, an ultrasound test, to make sure it wasn't a blood clot, which, by the way, if you missed the news, I do not have a blood clot. So that was good news. It was a very remote possibility that it could be that, but it's good to have the peace of mind that it's not that. They still don't know what it is. It might have been related to that fall that I had a couple weeks ago, and it's just now manifesting. I don't know. I mean, I would have think it would have shown up sooner than that. I also did a lot of driving down to Orlando last weekend, going there and then coming back for the biohacking conference. Maybe it developed then. It's just weird. I don't get bruises, so it was just very off. So anyway, 2.5 hours at the clinic yesterday morning, and then to get the ultrasound, it was another hour and 45-minute wait. So my day was kind of shot yesterday, and by the time I got home, it was 4:15, 4:30, and I had only done my morning walk and the infrared sauna. I had not done any of the other things. And I was like, crap. And I was frustrated over what I talked about yesterday afternoon. Again, go check that out if you missed it. I did a nice little rant about the medical system and some observations of things that happen. I'm not going to spoil it here, but go watch that. But it stole a lot of my day dealing with all that. But I get to the end of the day, I need to do a second walk because I'm frustrated, and I give that talk. So when I get home from the walk, It's past 5 o'clock. Now, mind you, most of the time, I'm pretty much done by 5 o'clock. Maybe a few little things here and there, red light, meditation, but nope, I wasn't done. I had a lot to do. And so what I'm talking about here today is you get the job done, no matter what. Like if you've got a goal in mind, it's so easy to rationalize in your mind. Well, this has been an especially difficult day. It's out of the ordinary. I will just skip all those things that I typically do because I ran out of time. You know how easy that is? Do you know how tempting that would have been to just say, well, I didn't get them in, so therefore I'm just going to not do them? No. Jimmy was like scrambling hard. I grounded when I got home from the walk. I grounded for 10 minutes standing in the sunshine. Right after that, I popped into the ice bath for an hour, starting at 5:15. At 6:20, I did my meditation for 10 minutes. And then after that, I got in front of the red light for 15 minutes, and then I was done. I had to scramble at the end of the day to get all that stuff in. And you might be like, well, one day wouldn't have hurt you. And that's true. But I'm of the mindset that if you set your heart on a goal and you set out a protocol to get to said goal and you start cutting corners on that goal and making justifications for why you can't do the parameters to pursue that goal, you're gonna fail. You're not going to follow through on the things that you want to do. And I'm a big believer in when you have a goal, you've got to set yourself up for success. And if you start letting those steps to success start to falter for whatever reason, and it could be legitimate reasons in your mind, but if you let yourself falter for whatever reason, and then you slip back and you fall out of the habits that you've created, you're going to fail. And so that's something. Yesterday I refused to fail. Yes, it was the end of my day and I had a whole bunch of biohacks left to do. Guess what, guys? I did them. You get the job done no matter what. And it's something I'm very passionate about because everybody hopes for change. Everybody wants it. Everybody expects it. And I'm gonna step on some toes. A lot of people think it's gonna be easy. A lot of people, well, I'm putting in more effort than nothing. And so that more effort is a little effort, and you expect to see big results from your little effort. Yeah, screw that. Screw that. You got to put in the amount of effort into what you're doing that you expect on the back end. And here's the dirty little secret. Sometimes you put in a shitload of effort and you get a little bit of results. Shitload of effort, little bit of results. Shitload of effort, little bit of results. And your brain's going, wait a minute. I am pushing myself seemingly to the brink, and I'm only getting a little bit of results from that. This is where you need to just get the job done no matter what, because it's those incremental little bits that add up to a lot of bits. But it's only going to come if you keep pushing, if you let your mind tell you this ain't doing anything. And trust me, day 24 of this, I have had moments where I look down at my belly and go, okay, I'm pushing myself. Why aren't we seeing it go off faster? Mind you, I look at pictures every day. I take pictures of my body and I can see it. But from a visual standpoint in my mind, I don't see it. And so if you don't see it, you're going to feel like this ain't doing anything. You're not going to feel motivated to do all the things. But that's when you need to push and get the job done, no matter what. No matter what. And I know those of you that have been on any kind of journey, but especially a health and physical body journey, you know what I'm talking about. You have those days when you're like, okay, I'm doing great. I feel good. Da-da-da-da-da. And then you don't really feel the effects of that. It's something that if I could create a pill that people could take to numb their thoughts that come up like that, I would be a millionaire. Because that's what sabotages so many people. They're on the right path. They're doing all the right things. They've been consistent for a period of time, and yet the unfulfilled expectations and desires of how they thought things would go down has them handcuffed, and they don't know what to do with that. And so for me, it's one reason I put no weight loss goal on this. It's one reason I'm not interested in measuring inches. It's another reason I'm not interested in testing my blood sugar and testing my ketones. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. I just don't. None of that is quantifying how I'm doing. Now you might be like, well, yeah, it is a little bit. It is if you like to be chained to those things as determining whether you're doing well or doing not well. Let's say I pop a 120 blood sugar. Am I gonna feel good about that? No. Let's say I step on a scale and I've been at this 24 days and I've lost 6 pounds. Am I gonna be happy about that? No. So you just set yourself up for failure. But when you have no parameters that chain you down, that make you measure things, you'll get it done. You just get out there and get the job done, no matter what. I was just looking at myself in the mirror today. And yes, I have glorious look in the mirror, just kidding. And I said, you know what? I don't like what I see there, but at the same time, I like what I see there. Does that make sense? That while I'm not where I want to be, I'm pursuing where I want to be. And it's that pursuit, you guys, that makes you get up in the morning and get the job done no matter what. If you give up prematurely, you're only robbing yourself. Nobody else cares. Nobody else is even involved in this decision. It's you. It's on you. It's for you, for your benefit. And when you put it in that mindset, you recognize that good things will happen. Hi, guys. So that's what I wanted to edify you with today is when you feel like giving up, when you feel like it's not worth it, when you feel like I don't have time, you make the time. You remind yourself you are worth it. You do all the things to get yourself going. And the moment you stop motivating yourself is the moment it's inevitable. Whatever you're pursuing in your goals is not going to happen. So part of pushing yourself to get the job done no matter what is you have bigger goals. And look, once you hit the goal, the amount of pride that you get in accomplishing a thing, I'll tell you what, guys, come December 10th, on day 100 of this journey, I don't even know what it's going to be like that day, but I can already tell you it's going to be a celebration of accomplishment. It's going to be, wow, look at what I was able to do. And I proved to myself I'm capable. And I'm going to have changes to show for it. And I'm going to feel better mentally because of that. I'm going to feel empowered mentally. probably to the point of come back in the new year and push myself even harder. I don't know yet, but I would assume that once you see success, success begets success begets success. And you kind of become a bit addicted to that, where you want to put in more effort and prove to yourself, okay, I just did that really hard thing. What other hard things can I tackle? It's kind of cool. But see, you would never get there if you failed to get the job done, no matter what. The stick-to-itiveness, the consistency, all of that, you guys, is such a key in this. And if you're trying to accomplish something and you're not doing those things, but then you bemoan that you never accomplish anything, check yourself. See if what I'm talking about here is the root cause of why that's happening. Get the job done, no matter what. I did that yesterday. I was so excited. I got done about 7:15 last night. And I texted my best friend, Brittany, and I said, I was behind, but I got it done, because she's done that many a time on her 75 hard. And I was like, all right, dang it, I got to do it. And I did. And then I was asleep at 7:45, and I got the best sleep I've had in forever. 2.5 hours of REM, 2.5 hours of deep sleep, measured with my Oura Ring, and just feel fantastic today, you guys. Really, really good today. So let's see what you guys have to say. Let's see if you can concur with me that if you've been successful at something, the reason you were successful was you decided to get the job done no matter what. Have you ever been successful not having that mentality? I'm real curious. I've never heard of anyone being successful without trying to get the job done no matter what. So let's see what you guys have to say. Let me scroll back to the top. Thank you guys for being here. If you came in late, I'm in day 24 of my Staybatical 250. I did have a bonus episode yesterday afternoon. I did a second walk to let off some steam about something that I'm not going to spoil, but let's just say you want to go watch that video. It's on IGTV, YouTube, Facebook. It's everywhere. Linda says, good morning, 5:15 here. So I finally know what time to catch you live. Yeah, I think you wrote me on another format, either Facebook or YouTube, Linda. I was like, I don't know what time you go on. So, yeah, so 5:15, you're 2 hours difference from me. You must be in Mountain Time. I'm on Eastern Time. Brittany says, getting behind on even one day will really set you back. Getting things done later means less sleep, which means less energy for the next day. Got to be careful. Yeah, and it turned out to reward me, Brittany. I don't know if doing all those things in succession so late in the day exhausted my body, but I actually got wonderful, restful sleep. I don't think I've gotten combined over 5 hours of restorative sleep, which, by the way, was in about just over 7 hours of total sleep. Over 5 of it was the restorative. I think that's why I feel so good today. I also think I had a little bit of peace of mind knowing that that bruise on my leg was not a blood clot. That was good news, even though it cost me $600. But it obviously gave me peace of mind. So, yeah, but you're right. You do have to be careful not to let those kind of days happen all the time. It's why I'm front loading a lot of the biohacks today. I've already done over half, or about half of them now, just to get them done. Don't need to run into an issue like yesterday again anytime soon. But look, that's life. I needed to go get the leg checked out. It took 2.5 hours at the ER clinic. Needed to go get the ultrasound. That took another almost 2 hours. So there was a good chunk of my day. You roll with it. You always roll with it. And yes, Brittany, you have been there. I tell people about you and how you kind of get to the end of your day. You've got 2 workouts to do, and you're like 5 o'clock, still haven't done the first workout. So you do one at 5 o'clock and then another one at 11 o'clock, and then you're done. My problem is I go to bed so early. If I got my first workout in, if I needed to do 2, if I got my first workout in at 5, ain't no way I'm doing the second one at 11. I'm sound asleep at 11, so. Mike says, great message today, Jimmy, especially on Friday. Let's go. Yes. Look, I think we always want motivation to happen on Mondays. Monday motivation. But I think if we're not motivating ourselves daily with messages of hope and accomplishment, that's another thing that's going to sabotage you. You're not going to really get very far in life. Gregory says 30 years of fighting, losing 225 pounds, messing up my heart, becoming diabetic. The fight goes on, keep going. Yes, Gregory, thank you for sharing that. It's hard for a lot of people because we do let this get in the way so much. Like, I talk to people all the time who talk about the frustrations they have. And almost invariably, those frustrations are born out of a thought they had in their head about how they're doing. And that thought was not true at all. That thought was merely something that came into their mind, but really had no evidence to support it. It wasn't at all true of what was actually happening, but because their mind believed it so strongly, they felt it was true. And when you think on something that intently, it doesn't matter what the truth is. When you think on something so intently and you absolutely believe it, again, the truth doesn't matter. You're going to believe it. And you're going to think it's absolute. And it's going to sabotage you. Which is why when you get those thoughts, just get the job done no matter what. That will help solve a lot of those issues. Brittany says your success is quite addictive. Once you start seeing success, I'm buzzing at day 69. So yeah, she's on 75 hard. Days away from accomplishing the thing. And I can tell you guys, at the beginning of her journey, she was not excited about 75 hard. She'd be the first to tell you. She was excited about the prospect of it, yes, but the actual doing of it. And then she had calamity after calamity after calamity come up in her journey. But here she is, days away from accomplishing the thing. And now she's gonna push herself to extend it. She's gonna take a little time off and then come right back and do the phase 1, the phase 2, phase 3. Like, I'm proud of you, Brittany. I mean, it's a big deal what you're doing, what you're able to accomplish when you push yourself and you put your mind to it and you just get out there and get the job done no matter what. That is one thing that 75 Hard makes you do. Andy Frisella is the creator of that program, for those of you that don't know. And his program is non-negotiable. You've got a list of things you've got to do on a daily basis. And if you miss even one, you got to start all over again on your 75. And there were some days when Brittany was real close to having to start all over again. And she refused. I don't blame her. Especially like when they first started popping up, it was hard. Sorry, I'm at this intersection where I get run over if I'm not careful. Okay, I think I'm all right. Whew. There's like 2 or 3 intersections where I almost get run over if I'm not careful, so I have to pay attention to that, and not to you guys. I think you understand. You want me to live, because otherwise I can't do these lives in the morning. But there are days when she could have given up, could have just said, well, you know what? Life's too much right now. I need to just let it all go. But you didn't do that, did you, Brittany? So she's definitely been an inspiration on my journey here with what I'm doing. So I'm very thankful for that. So guys, if you're just joining us, I am out on this very cold, the way I like it, fall morning here in South Carolina, 51 degrees, I believe it was. So my ears are very cold right now, but I like it. Short and t-shirt weather, baby. And so day 24 of my 100-day journey. And I'm talking about a subject that I think is so critical to any change that you make in your life, any goal that you're pursuing, that there will always be moments when you don't feel like going on. And I'm edifying you guys today, halfway point, let's turn around. Edifying you guys today to just get the job done, no matter what. You guys who've been following me throughout this journey, you know the first 3 weeks was not so pretty for me. A lot of adversity hit me early on that made it very difficult to want to get the job done. Pain in my back, which by the way is all the way better. Twisting my ankle, skinning up my knee, which by the way, the ankle's all the way better. Having the bee sting on my ear, which only lasted a day. It hurt like hell. I was about right here when that happened. And whew, that was a day. Let's just put it that way. But at the end of the day, I got the job done, no matter what. Get the job done, no matter what. I want you to make that a mantra. If you start something and you're pursuing something as a goal, I want you to make a daily, maybe hourly, maybe minute by minute mantra to say to yourself, I'm gonna get the job done no matter what. In fact, write that on a Post-it note, put it on your mirror, put it on the dashboard of your car. Get the job done, no matter what. I'm such a big believer in talking yourself up, convincing yourself of these things that you don't think you're even capable of. And I'm gonna be real vulnerable with you guys right now. There are a lot of people online who don't think I'm capable of what I'm attempting to do right now. And I get it. Most of them are anonymous. Most of them are irrelevant, and they are. But there is this notion that I'm lazy, that I'm a binge eater, that I'm a lot of things that I'm not. But the notion is out there. And so I've got a lot to prove for myself, and I am doing that right now. And more than anything else, I just want to prove to myself I am not those things. Because it's easy to start believing those things as well, if you let them. So for me, this journey is a lot about Jimmy proving to Jimmy what he's capable of. And I know deep down within my heart what I'm capable of. But when you've been characterized as something else, that's a little bit hard to swallow, to see people talking about you and you don't recognize who they're talking about. That's where I am. That's one of the things that helps me get the job done, no matter what. Yeah, I kind of shocked myself when I decided to do my second walk yesterday. I wasn't planning on doing a second walk, but I was just so frustrated with that incident that happened yesterday afternoon, or yesterday morning, that I need to let the energy out. But you guys feel me, you know what I'm talking about. You have these characterizations within your family. Well, you're always trying stuff. You're always trying to change yourself, make yourself better. Yeah, this one's gonna fail like all the rest of them. And so that's so deflating when you're earnest in wanting to make a change. When you honestly want to better yourself, and yet people don't believe you. And maybe that gets to the heart of what I'm talking about here today, of get the job done no matter what. Maybe the reason you tried things before and then not succeeded is you got the job done early, but you didn't finish the job. And so when you put in the effort to get the job done no matter what, how can you fail? How would you ever be anything but a success? You want to set yourself up for success, you got to do the thing. And the moment you stop doing the thing is the moment you stop succeeding. I am succeeding right now. Even though I don't look the way I want to look, even though I'm not where I want to be, I am succeeding right this moment. Why? Because I'm doing the fucking thing. I'm getting the job done no matter what. You guys feeling me today? I just feel so, I got a fire in my belly about this one. I wonder if that fire in the belly will help burn some of that belly fat. And it is. I am pumped today, you guys. I've been at this 24 days now. And I say this a lot lately and have said this a lot lately. But I feel stronger today, mentally, physically, than I did at any point during this journey. I have a feeling I'm going to say that a lot more. And it's all a byproduct of my persistence in getting the job done no matter what. And on those days when I felt my weakest, when I was the most in pain, the most sore, all those days, those were the days that were critical in this journey. And I had to remind myself of that when I was having those days and I was not doing well early on. That future self in this journey would be like, come on. Don't quit now. Don't stop pushing now. Now more than ever is when you need to get the job done, no matter what. Because you're going to get to day 24, day 64, day 94. And you're going to be like, wow, look how close I was to this all going away. Look how close I was to it being yet another failed attempt to get yourself healthy. Do you know the emotional and psychological spiral that would put you in? Yet another reason to get the job done no matter what. And I don't think we think about the consequences of the action of not doing that. I don't think we realize just how powerful our minds are to convince us that we're not doing as well as we think we are. And so that's why I come on here daily, you guys, trying to uplift you guys, encourage you, motivate you, that wherever you are in your journey, you're not failing. You might not be seeing the results you want yet, but you're not failing. You are succeeding. You are accomplishing. Even in the midst of not being where you want to be, you're already winning. Winning! Berkeley says, I know what you're saying. I am told that all the time about starting things and not finishing them. Or starting things and then continuing starting things all the time. I've allowed those type of comments to derail me before. Now I'm not telling people what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, look, once you tell people you're on a health journey, that sets off all kinds of little bells and whistles in their mind. Well, I've seen her go down this route before. Hope it turns out better than the other 50,000 times that she's been this excited about doing something about her health. Well, good luck. That's kind of the mentality that happens. And so if you say nothing and then they see changes, whoa, what have you been doing? None of your business. That's what you could say. It's harder for you because you're in the public eye. Yes, I am. But I also had no obligation to do this publicly. And I recognize that. I'm doing it very publicly for a purpose and a reason. Number one, accountability. I can't come on here daily with you guys if I'm not doing all the things and trying to get the job done no matter what. I can't talk to you guys if I myself am not doing that. And so that was one. Plus, I wanted people to see in real time how I am doing. People of all kinds, people that support me, people that hate me. I want them to see I'm not trying to hide anything. And so I've basically pushed my chips all in on this notion that I believe in myself, that I'm able to do the thing. And if I'm able to accomplish it all while being in the public eye of people watching it, that's going to be so much more rewarding to me, because it takes away that, well, you tried things before and they haven't worked. Why will this one be any different? I'm showing why this one's different. I'm at the point in my life, big transition period in my life. Lots of life changes have happened for me. And I'm trying to prepare myself for the next phase of my personal life. And I can't do that behind the scenes. It has to be public. It has to be loud and proud. And look, I've got a lot of head knowledge I've built up over the years of podcasting and all the things that I do. I've got a lot of things I know. But then to apply those things you know into a practical journey, which is what I'm doing right now with this Sabbatical to 50. It's a practical journey. And I'm trying to show people, here's how you do it. Here's what you can do. Doesn't mean I'm going to succeed at any arbitrary weight loss or other arbitrary goals. It just means, all right, I'm doing all these things. Let's watch what happens together. Can I tell you how freeing that is to get the onus off your back of expectations? Like if you say, I want to lose 100 pounds, do you know how much pressure you put on yourself to then try to lose that 100 pounds at all costs? Do you realize how stupid that is? It's stupid because how do you know your body needs to lose 100 pounds? Maybe you need to lose 70 pounds and gain muscle that will then make you look and feel the way you want to look and feel. Why put a number on it? Even in my original journey, I was not seeking to lose any specified weight. I did have this little poster board that I kept up with the weight loss, and I'd each week make the number move, and I went to 200 pounds on the poster because I didn't think I'd lose anywhere close to 200 pounds, and I ended up losing 180, which was cool. But I had no goal. My goal wasn't to lose 200 pounds when I was 4'10". Now, if I had lost 200 pounds, I would have loved it, but I didn't put that parameter on myself. I just tracked. And even now, I'm not even tracking weight. I don't care what the weight is. I care about my energy. I care about my strength. I care about my ability to do all the things. Body composition changes. That's all going to be evident. It all becomes very evident when you go down a journey like this. And so it's all because I am pushing myself to get the job done no matter what. So anybody else on here want to share your experience about how you've pushed yourself to get the job done no matter what? Or if you've given up on something before, do you think it was because you stopped getting the job done no matter what? And what are those thoughts that pop up when you choose not to do that? I mean, our minds, guys, whew, I wish I could turn off that little negative voice in my head sometimes, because it is very tricky to do that and difficult to do that. So I admire people who are able to overcome and able to do all the things. You guys are awful quiet today. Are you just mesmerized by my words? Definitely talk to me a little bit. I'm coming up here on the latter half of my last 15 minutes or so of my walk. And I'm pumping, man. I'm walking fast today. I feel so good today. That good night's sleep, the peace of mind about what's happening with my leg. And I'm in a fully fasted state too, so really feel energized. It's amazing how that makes you feel. And I will tell you, what was it, yesterday or this morning? I forget when it happened, but I felt lighter. And when you have that feeling within yourself, even though it doesn't totally look it, I felt lighter. Psychologically, that just does so much for you. You know what I'm talking about when you've been on some kind of a journey. Even if you step on the scale and doesn't show much weight loss per se, you feel lighter. A little bit of pep in your step. You know what I mean? I'm walking fast today because I got that pep. I've got that lighter shoe feeling. I'm just like energized, ready to take on the world. And if I could feel this way every day, Johnny bar the door. In fact, today, you guys, I was thinking earlier, I am ready to start flipping that tire. That was a part of the original protocol. Then I injured my back, and I'm just now getting to the point where my back feels really good. In fact, I went to the chiropractor on Monday, and they're like, "Are you in any pain?" "No." "So you're doing really good in the back?" I said, "Yeah, I haven't felt back pain in a little while, maybe like a week." They said, "Okay, you don't have to come every day anymore." So I haven't been since Monday. I'll probably go maybe once or twice a week, just to kind of make sure all this stuff I'm doing doesn't knock anything out, but I don't want to feel the pain. So anyway, back to the tire. I want to flip that tire. I'm so dying to flip that tire because I know when I've done that before, and good old Facebook. God bless you, Facebook. Every time you get on Facebook, it gives you a memory of some time in your feed from the past. And so I've been getting a lot of 2 years ago, 3 years ago memories. And almost all of them are me flipping that tire, where I was really motivated to do that. And I loved it. And then the sabbatical 2 years ago stopped it because then I had to deal with the emotional stuff. So I'm ready to get back out there because I got so strong flipping that tire. And I know it's going to complement all the things that I'm doing in this journey all the more. Because yes, I'm producing fat loss from the walking and from all the other biohacks that I'm doing. But I want to be stronger because at the same time that you're losing fat and you build muscle, that helps you burn more fat. And it helps you with body composition changes. And so that is my desire. Karen says, "Go flip that tire, Chibi." Yes, I know. I've been holding off because the chiropractor said my back needed to get healed first. So trust me, I'm there, Miss Karen. Thank you for your encouragement though, but I'm there. I'm ready to do it. I'm jonesing for that. Because I know that will kickstart a lot of the results that I'm looking for in this. I mean, it's hard. It's a 200-pound tractor tire. And that bad boy gets me good. A good workout is what I'm saying. And so I'll flip it like 10 times, rest, flip it 10 times, rest, flip it 10 times, rest. The rest gets a little longer the more you do it. And I can do like 4 to 10 rounds of that Probably start off slower with just 4 rounds. I say just. 4 rounds is intense, you guys. So we shall see. But yes, I want to get at that, Karen. So thank you for your wonderful encouragement. Really appreciate that. Just walking and listening, says Carolyn. Thank you. Keep it up. Love these lives. Keep going. Thank you, Laurie. I was just going to ask about your back and the tire. Yes, Berkeley. I've been wanting to do it. And funny enough, the way I injured my back was 2 days before this Stay Batical to 50 began on that Monday. I started on Wednesday. On that Monday, I said, okay, if I'm going to start flipping this tire as part of this protocol, I don't need to have the very first time I do it in over 2 years be during the Stay Batical. So I got out there on that Monday, and then the next morning, my lower side left back was just killing me. And so Wednesday started. I'm like, guys, my back is killing me. There's no way I need to be lifting anything. I did the walks, but finally went to the chiropractor on that Friday, and they were like, oh, dude, you're way out. And it took them about a week and a half to get me back in completely. And I've been out of pain ever since. So I think it's time. I will work on form to make sure I'm squatting properly, to lift it properly, but I'm ready. I want the strength. And just like anything else that I've done in my protocol so far, it's time to get the job done no matter what. Within reason on that no matter what, because I don't want to injure myself and then try to lift with that injured back. Not going to do that if I can help it. Did your big ice tub come yet? So Berkeley asks. So it's called a Morosco Forge. It was originally supposed to be here by now. I saw them at the biohacking conference last weekend. And by the way, I got to try it out. I'd never been in one of those before. It's this ice tank that you basically plug it into a wall and you can set the temperature at whatever temp you want. So you can make it as cold as like 33 degrees. It'll have this nice sheet of ice on the top, and then you break through it and get in there for the cold thermogenesis. So I talked to them. They're like, well, we're a little behind on production. We had a big run, and we're behind on workers able to build them because they build them as they're ordered. But it's on order. They said probably a few more weeks, but I am so excited because I'm tired of going to Sam's Club and buying a 20-pound bag of ice to put in my 4-foot bathtub. I do it and do it willingly, but to be able to get my whole body beneath super cold water, I don't think I'll need to go an hour if I do that. I currently go an hour. It was funny at the biohacking conference, I could see them coaching people going into it. Okay, just make sure you're breathing. Okay, we won't make you stay in more than a minute or two, but just keep breathing. And you could see them shivering. So I step up, and have you ever done Morosco Forge before? No, I have not. I didn't tell them I'd done ice baths. And they're like, well, let us talk you through it. And as they were saying that, I just jumped in whole body and got down and was like, what's up, guys? And they're like, you're not cold? I said, oh, I do ice baths daily. And they were like, oh. But I said, but I've got a Morosco Forge on order. And it was intense in my hands. All the rest of my body was loving it. The hands emanate a lot of heat, so when that 34-degree temperature hit my hands, it felt all prickly and tingly. Other than that, I did okay. 6 minutes later, they were like, sir, can you get out? Because we have other people that want to get in. But I was enjoying it. So I have a feeling when I get my own tank, I will be doing multiple plunges in that cold therapy each day. I'm excited. I do love the cold. And I think it's going to do a lot of wonders for the body fat in my midsection, help lower the inflammation in the body, and help facilitate what I'm trying to do in this sabbatical. So I'm super excited. So yeah, when that comes, I will let you know. I might go live going into it for the first time, let you guys see. I don't anticipate being in 34 degree water for an hour, but I could see myself easily doing 15, 20 minutes. I guess we'll play it by ear. Luli says, yeah, that's what I love about Facebook, the memories it brings back. Well, sometimes the memories are nice, other times not so nice. You know what I mean. So I'll just leave it right there. I'll leave that to your imagination. Pink Puggy says, nice day there. Keep going slow and easy. Slow and easy when need be. Today I've pushed myself pretty hard on this pace. And yes, it's gorgeous here. It's low 50s for the temp. Bright sunshine. I'm loving it. I am a cooler weather kind of guy. Not that I hate summer, but it's hard to breathe in the hot air. But it's very easy to breathe and enjoyable when it gets cooler. I wear a short and t-shirt year round because of that. Love it. Linda says, working up to 10,000 steps a day, up from 5,000 when you first started. Whew. When drop foot starts tripping me, I have to stop. Not an excuse, just a fact. Yeah, look, you know your body and you know the things that are your challenge, but you do what you can within the parameters of what you can. And that's great. I've been getting about 17,000 steps a day, which I've got long legs. For a normal person, that'd be about 25,000 steps. In fact, when I was in Australia 4 or 5 years ago, I forget exactly when, but it was in Sydney. Me and my ex-wife were wearing Fitbits at the time, and we walked the same amount of distance, walked all around Sydney. Got lost at one point, had to walk. We were trying to get to the Opera House, and we had to take this long journey. And at the end of the day, I showed 23,000 steps. She showed 31,000 steps, and we had walked the exact same path. So her shorter legs had more steps than me, but my steps are big. 6'3". I guess that's gonna happen. Berkeley says, I was always told cold water makes your body form insulating fat. I don't think there's much science to support that. A lot of the science looking at cold thermogenesis says almost exactly the opposite. It forces your body to burn more fat because your body has to warm up because it's going to keep you safe. It's not going to let your body go into hypothermia. And so your body has mechanisms that turn on to warm you. And it's those mechanisms that then mobilize body fat and use as an energy source. And think about this. Shivering is basically a workout. When you're cold and your body starts to shiver, that's trying to create friction to make your body burn fat for fuel. So it makes sense why it would be so good for fat loss. And then the whole brown fat thing. Yeah, look up ice baths, brown fat, cold thermogenesis, brown fat. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of really good quality research looking at that specific topic. And I happen to love the ice. Ice, baby. All right, guys, I am coming to the end of my walk. Thanks, as always, for being my walking companion. Day 24 of the sabbatical to 50. Feeling great today. Gonna go in the sauna right after this, which was glorious, by the way, yesterday. I did 25 minutes in the sauna after this walk in the cool air. My ears are nice and chill this morning, walking out in this low 50s temp. So I'll get in the sauna, see how long I can last, but typically 10 to 15 minutes, I'm like gasping for air. Yesterday, I was like 20 minutes in going, well, maybe I can go 30. I made it to 25. I bring this nice jug of electrolytes in there with me. And when the electrolytes run out, I give myself a few more minutes and then I get out of there. So we'll see how long I go today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Day 24, Staybatical to 50. We are doing this 100-day journey, you guys. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys daily. Coming soon, I'll have new pictures to post. I'm trying to evaluate if there's a huge difference between day 12 when I posted last and now. Today is exactly 12 days later from that. So we shall see. If it's not that big of a difference, I'm not going to post pictures just to go, ooh, look at the difference, when there's not big of a difference. Now, from day 1 to day now, yeah, there's a huge difference. So stick with me. I'll keep doing all the updates. Thank you guys for all your support, and I'll be back again real soon. Bye, guys.